It's good to be back for another campaign of Crit Sandwich. Welcome to Crit Sandwich, the world's tastiest D&D podcast. Crit Sandwich is a twice-monthly podcast where four friends play 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons with random settings and plots. We will use adult language and inconsistent character voices. We do edit lightly for brevity and to make us look super fast at math. And of course, we will screw up the rules. I am your host and sometimes Dungeon Master, Casey Sears. This is episode 0 of our second campaign. If you listen to our first episode 0, we had a list of 20 items created by me for everyone to roll through, and we just made up a silly, ridiculous D&D campaign, which we're actually still in the middle of playing, but because of recording schedules and sessions and wanting to bank a bunch of episodes before we get this thing out, and also wanting some time to build a new campaign while Matt is off having his third baby and stuff like that, we have added 20 more entries created by the other players at the table. To my left, we have Matt Poppich.
Hey!
Welcome.
Yeah.
Across the table from me, Chuck Ventus.
How's it going?
And to my right, Robbie Ponder.
Hello and welcome.
We are gonna just, I think I liked it last time where we each rolled our own world and thought what it might have been and then pitched it to the group and kind of bounced the ideas off one another.
Okay.
So
start that way?
Yeah.
I liked different. I liked that one a lot. Don't get me wrong. I just liked also that it was different so I would say let's not only do that one.
Okay, because the other
But
way
I also liked it.
The other way was where we each rolled just one part of it.
I like a little bit of both.
Okay.
I think the random should be random. So not only how it's picked, but who picks it and stuff.
Sure.
I liked that too, where you get to pitch your own. I thought that was a lot of fun.
All right. So everybody, we have a random number generator up. Is that correct? So go ahead and roll on that 4 times and make some notes of what your bonkers D&D thing is. I'll go ahead and go first. So I rolled for characters. I rolled smugglers. For setting, I rolled a magical school. For world state, I rolled a simulation. And for plot, I rolled Wizard of Oz. What I think it would be, this is a very strange one. I'm not sure how well it works.
Yeah.
So I think there would be people jacked into a simulation a la the Matrix. Those people are smugglers. And they are posing as children as they're in this simulation world, and maybe they are trying to move some piece of data or trying to escape after things go wrong. Like they're in their world, they're in their Kansas, right? Which is their normal world, and then they jack into a simulation and they are stuck as teenagers for whatever reason, or children in some sort of magical school. And they follow this weird fantasy adventure to get themselves out, or to grab something and smuggle it out. They have to do some weird things.
That is tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
That was a tough sell. I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, we could make it work.
Yes, I feel like we can make it work, but I don't love that. So
I don't love it.
Yeah, let's move on.
I feel like I honestly feel like if we jumped into it, there would be a lot of flexibility and it would be pretty good, believe it or not.
Yeah,
but
I think it's workable, but it's not great.
But it's yeah, I feel like we can do better. Speaking of which, no, just kidding. It's not good either. So, characters, I got Super Saiyans. I was like, you can tell a Chuck one immediately. So, we're Super Saiyans at the state fairgrounds. So, I guess we're, world beating badasses, but we decided to go to the state fair. And it is a dragonocracy, so the world is ruled by dragons and probably why we get state fairs when dragons rule the... Maybe they're nice dragons. I don't know. But that's kind of... I actually think Dragonocracy is relatively cool because it could be... Is it good dragons or bad dragons?
Yeah.
Maybe they fight each other. Who knows? In any case, the plot I got was Godzilla or King Kong. So, yeah. So we're probably seeing massive casualties from the non-Super Saiyans, but we would fight a... I see this as being relatively a short one. Just because we'll fight, Godzilla and then either win or lose.
I feel like that's doable, but also not great.
Yeah, I wasn't overly impressed.
All right, Chuck, what do you got for us?
I don't like mine. I might need some help with it. All right, so we are detectives living in an eldritch horror.
Mm-hmm. So eldritch horror would be H.P. Lovecraft stuff, which is ancient gods and monsters. It's very psychological and involves a lot of black tentacles.
Okay. In a gnomocracy, so in a world ruled by gnomes or little
people.
Okay. Yeah. So maybe not just gnomes, but like
some sort of small
halflings or tieflings or stuff like that. Plot is Wizard of Oz.
Both of you guys got that.
Yeah. I am so kind of lost like where to go with this one.
Say it all again.
Detectives living in an eldritch horror setting.
Okay.
Gnomocracy. Wizard of Oz.
I think that makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
Gnomes, you have the what were the Munchkins in Wizard of Oz?
Yeah.
So Munchkins rule the whole thing.
Munchkins rule the world of Wizard of Oz.
And it is a dark, scary world, and you guys are detectives following I think Golden Brick Road is a metaphor here. You're probably following like some golden bricks, which are like drugs or like some sort of techno... Some sort of either arcane magical thing or some sort of contraband, and you guys, and it's a very dark world ran by all of these Munchkins running around.
Really?
And it is dark and brutal and scary monsters around every corner.
Yeah, I guess the eldritch horror thing is what's throwing me off because I'm trying to because I'm thinking like Gnomocracy, like the little people are like in charge, like
do you know what Cthulhu is? Cthulhu,
that thing. Right?
Yeah, Cthulhu. Yeah, it's literally
on Matt's box. Right?
Matt's dice box.
So take a picture of that for the for Facebook.
Yeah,
it's like ancient gods, like
it's
terrifying things
gods
and
of
stuff.
terror.
You fought Cthulhu in World of Warcraft, didn't you?
AQ.
Yeah, in Encourage.
Yeah,
that was he's based off Cthulhu, obviously.
Okay,
it's like that.
Okay,
I think that makes sense to me.
Yeah, no, it's it would take some major DMing.
Yeah, there would be a lot of story writing there.
You make it sound very good, so yeah.
It's my favorite of the three so far.
I think it's the best one so far. All right, Robbie, what do you got for us?
Okay, for my plot is Memento. I'm going to do these in order for which I think are more exciting. For World State, you take orders around and you're always told what to do and from these guys that you call the masters. And it's a dictatorship and your characters are slaves. And
hold on. What's the world state? What does it say in the column?
Dictatorship.
Okay.
Dictatorship. And you're slaves, so you call basically the dictatorship government people above you call them masters. And the setting is in a video game world. Scott Pilgrim.
Oh.
That's mine.
And what are the characters?
Slaves.
Okay, characters are slaves. Okay, I wasn't sure where the slaves were coming from. So you're slaves in a dictatorship in a video game world, and it's Memento.
Oh man!
So you're like clearly Memento. You all wake up with amnesia because it's a video game, and like a third of video games, you wake up with amnesia.
So the way I picture this is, I picture that the masters are somehow wiping you guys.
Okay.
The slaves. I picture them doing that, and eventually there's this one day where something happens and you don't get memory wiped, and you find out that you have things that you want to remember about your past life before you became a slave.
I still don't think...
Plot of Memento is
it's a tough one.
Recovering your memory to get revenge on someone that... I believe the guy, he beat the hell out of you, which makes sense because, dictatorship, being slaves and stuff, you get the crap beat out of you.
So you're kind of getting
revenge. Kills your loved one or something like that. So you're trying to gain your memory back to you're trying to solve all these small little puzzles with like the tattoos and like the photos and stuff too.
The video game part
revenge.
is what throws me off on that. I don't know what to do with that. The other three.
So like the movie Scott. So in like my vision behind this was like Scott Pilgrim. He has like it's all these like weird video game.
Oh, I love the movie.
Analogies. That's what that's what I meant by it. So not just like. Like maybe you find like I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like you would find your memories along the way in a video game world instead of them being like tattooed on your body and stuff.
Yeah,
like
I kind of thought that too. Yeah,
like
but I wouldn't know how to introduce that.
Yeah, it would be you would beat a boss and pick up the item and then do or so, you know what I mean? Like like you get the thing you get the power, you get the memory of this thing as you're fighting up the dictatorship and realizing how they screwed you. But maybe, like Memento, you kind of screwed them over.
Yeah.
As you get those last memories, you kind of fill in how you, who you were.
Yeah, I think this one's my favorite.
That one actually could be good.
I want to watch that movie again.
Scott Pilgrim?
Memento.
Oh, Memento. Both. I would watch
both. Both are good, yeah.
I'm a fan of both.
Yeah, me too.
All right, so do we want to do another round of just ourselves rolling?
Sure.
Yep.
I think I'm ready. So I got false heroes, as in the three amigos, as in people that aren't really heroes, but everyone thinks that they are. The world is a trash world, a la Wall-E. And the world state is a collective, as in a hive mind kind of thing. And the plot is The Walking Dead. Oh. So actually, what is the plot of The Walking Dead? Are they just trying to survive? Are they trying to?
It's survival.
Zombies everywhere.
Zombies.
I mean, there's going to be no respite probably.
It's not just
are
zombies.
There cities and
like,
stuff though? Like, are there little towns and forts?
No shanty towns. Yeah.
There's like the cities and stuff are still there, but they're like deserted and stuff.
So we have a world that's mostly deserted.
Kind of destroyed. It's like apocalypse.
Yeah, so we have a very, very post-apocalyptic world. Most of it's destroyed and just full of garbage. I think most people are... Actually, I say the zombies are probably part of the hive mind.
That's what I think too, yeah.
Yeah, the hive. There's a hive, like the Borg. Yeah. Basically, Borg zombies with a hive mind running around. And the characters are... They walk into a town and they are mistaken for people that are supposed to save them.
Very good.
I love it.
Yeah, I love
That's
that
my
one too.
favorite. That's my favorite so far, easily.
Put a star by that one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly what I guess that'd be up to the DM to figure out what exactly they're trying to, the plot is or what they're trying to save, whether there's a giant push that's about to happen by the collective or they're trying to save them from something very specific. I imagine it would be fighting the zombies.
Flexibility, yeah.
Cool.
So that's my favorite. One of my least favorites is my next one. So I got another chalk characters, which is garbage. So Rednecks. Like, what do you...
Rednecks is fine.
I'm not Rednecks.
No?
I put Rednecks. I did
think
Rednecks.
That's hard. Like, we're all... like, do you
all,
envision us all being rednecky characters?
Yeah, we got a big old mud truck. And
No,
drive
I
through
am,
the mud.
do we supposed to talk like that?
Well, I think redneck means... How do I say this without being very disparaging to
right.
my
like
family?
Everyone in the South now we're going to offend. There goes how. So I don't know if we can do that.
What are you talking about? Kentucky has plenty of
and
rednecks.
Ohio has rednecks.
Yeah,
I mean, everyone
Iowa
has
too.
rednecks. It's I know what you mean. It's hard. But it's like rural. I mean, the stereotype is rural, slightly uneducated, and little trigger happy.
Right. And bigger the truck, better. Anyway, and then Bikini Bottom is the setting. So I guess this is underwater.
Yes.
There you go.
That's all I know about Bikini Bottom. We're either in a butt or we're at the bottom of the ocean. That's my understanding. Is what I've been told.
What's the guy, Mr. Crab? I guess he's a redneck.
Mr. Krabby.
Isn't he? Yeah, Mr. Krabby's a redneck.
What is it?
Because he's red.
What is it, Mr. Crab? I don't know.
All right, sorry. Go on.
Crabs don't have necks.
So not only are we at the bottom of the ocean and we're rednecks, we're in a city. We're in Menzoberranum, so the city of the Dark Elves. So like cutthroat. Like we're I guess we're a redneck house. Like we're all probably family, and we're probably going to try and murder the family above us would be my best guess.
Wait, what's the plot?
So, the plot is Zoolander. So it's like
Zoolander. People are like assassinating the. People are trying to assassinate you. I guess.
Maybe
or whatever.
I think for plot, we should probably keep it to not so many. I mean,
so many movies.
Not so many like goofy, silly movies because I think Zoolander's a plot about fashion. Yeah, and I don't know unless you guys want to
do fashionable rednecks.
They have a duel by doing a walk off. Yeah.
How does that? You have to also think about how those. So when you guys create a plot, you have to think about how it's going to translate into D&D rules. And
so whoever put Zoolander, go ahead, raise your hand.
That was me.
That's you, son of a bitch, Chuck. I know. I knew it was you.
So you might want to reconsider just rewriting that one because it doesn't make any damn sense. Like I don't know. Like you know what I mean.
Your
like,
last one.
What would you think? Like how would you you wrote the Zoolander plot, so take Bikini Bottom and the underworld elves house thing and Rednecks and apply that to Zoolander and tell me how that goes. I could apply it to Terminator, I could apply it to Logans Run, I could apply it to John Wick, but I don't think Zoolander is the right kind of plot for the kind of worlds that in the games that we want to run.
So what if it's all about fashion and like to be able to become a higher house, you have to like do a fashion show?
Sure, that's fine, but like D&D rules, is everyone rolling a bard? Like how does that work?
Well, I don't look at the plot of Zoolander as determining your characters. When I'm thinking of Zoolander, like it's, people are trying to kill off male models. There's someone that's assassinating male models.
Okay, so there's someone's trying to assassinate all the rednecks in your family.
Someone's trying to assassinate like all the rednecks that live in Bikini. What's the
in the underwater? Actually, okay, this is sounding better.
I didn't think of like when I put Zoolander, it's like we're not male models. I would put that for characters, but like someone's trying to assassinate you. Right. You're trying to figure out why.
Okay, actually, this is less bad.
And you're kind of stupid. Well, I mean, if you want to make your characters dumb about it and wonder why rednecks, I don't know.
All right, so we have a bunch of idiots in a house under the water. Everyone, it's like an underwater aquatic-y place.
Yeah, but it's also super evil.
It's also a super evil city, and everyone in your family's being assassinated as you're trying to move up the ladder. In this world, that's not as bad when you say it like that.
Trying to figure out why and who and stuff.
I think part of it's because I completely forgot the plot of Zoolander. I've not seen that since I think it was in theaters.
Wow.
And I forgot completely about the whole, they're killing people thing.
Uh-huh. Okay. And you gain the ability of Blue Steel and Magnum throughout the adventure.
There you go.
So.
Wow. Well, so I still think I like yours better, but it's
with the trash world. Okay.
So if you get Zoolander in the future, at least now we know what you're talking about.
Sure. Right. Yes, I think we can leave Zoolander because of it is someone is killing everyone in your character group. I think that makes more sense.
Yes. All right, here's mine. I got soldiers or police officers living in Bikini Bottom again, in a state of famine, world state of famine. And the plot is End Time. Y'all guys have all seen End Time, right?
I have not.
End Time.
So we'll pitch this all together.
Okay.
As whatever. Because I have a vague idea that it's Justin Timberlake has a watch, and if it ends, he dies.
Right. Your life source is like time is like your life source basically, and that is how you like pay for everything and stuff like that. So, and when you like pay for food or something like that, you have to use up like a chunk of your time. So I'm going to say, we are soldiers. This is kind of weird for me, like being soldiers because we're police officers. So we're a type of like law enforcement or whatever, but we're living in this underwater world where there is a shortage of food, and we are kind of on the side of having to protect it and, not give out too much of it or try and let people like steal it from the government or whatever. And we're kind of the bad guys in it in a sense because people are having to they have to pay a lot of time in order to get the small amount of like food source that's left over.
Gotcha. You either starve to death or just run out of time.
Yeah. So I'm not really sure. Like, and maybe we see the error of our ways and we try to take down the as being as soldiers and stuff. We're a little bit more like heavily armed and stuff, and we can decide to fight for good, I guess, and take down the government and help the people.
All right, Robbie, what you got?
For characters, we are Super Saiyans. Again, for setting, we are in the Mushroom Kingdom of Mario.
Nice.
World state is the Menza Baron. Is that how you say it, Matt?
Close enough.
And then the plot is Frozen. So
You've seen Frozen.
I've seen it, but have I paid attention to it when I watched it? I don't know.
So basically what I envision you live in a kingdom, potentially the Mushroom Kingdom.
Well, don't take mine yet. Let me explain a little bit.
Well, as long as you know it, I didn't want you to go.
Oh, you're explaining Frozen. I thought I thought you were going to explain my whole thing.
No.
Okay, so we have we're Super Saiyans, and we're trying to increase our power by taking out other family, or we're defending our family. But our sister has been a drama queen and has ran off in the woods and made friends with a snowman. She went down into a pipe, I guess, in the Mushroom Kingdom.
So she actually has superpowers, like far more than the rest of us.
Yeah, she's like a super duper Saiyan.
That's not one of the characters, or that's not the characters. I don't know. I've never seen Frozen, so I don't know. Like, if in the context of this, would it be better if you three were the ice magic ladies instead of it just being her? I don't know how the plot works. So is she the protagonist or antagonist?
So there's two sisters, and one sister is just randomly born with super crazy magic powers.
Okay.
And and she can't control them.
Is she the antagonist?
So, not really. So
Okay.
she actually is the queen and just leaves. She's like, well, I don't want to kill anybody on accident, so I'm just going to leave. And the story would then be trying to get her to come back to and hopefully be good and rule the city. But so, yeah, I don't know. It would
when she leaves the kingdom, though, she is, let it go or whatever. She's like casting her powers like out in the mountain, and it's actually having an effect on the city. So like the sister
so
travels
we
to
would
like go get her to bring her back
her.
to like you'd have to stop her, convince her to come back. So
yeah, she can be from one of the families that you guys need to kill in a certain amount of time to be able to upgrade. Yeah. She would be one of those families. So you're not going there to rescue her. You're going there to assassinate. And she has
but she's super powerful.
Or you're trying to bring her back to fight alongside your family if she's still a part of your family, because she's your ace in the hole. She's your trump card.
Yeah,
she trying to bring her back to murder everyone.
Right. She might have said, "No, I don't want to be part of this." And
she's a level 20 wizard.
Basically,
she can't control her own power. She might kill one of her own family members. Okay. Yeah.
That's okay. What do we want to roll? Everyone roll their own individual number. One of us pick character, settings, world state, and plot, and instead of rolling all four and pitching it.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I like doing that. Who wants what?
I'll take setting.
I'll take characters. No, I don't want characters.
You already said it.
Damn it. It's so lame.
I will take...
If I get rednecks, I'm rerolling.
I'll take plot.
World state.
Okay, so who rolled characters?
Do you want world state, Matt? I'll be characters.
That's fine. 5. We got Inquisitors.
Oh. All right, so we have Inquisitors, and I rolled setting. I rolled 25 in an underwater city, Atlantis. I think Bikini Bottom and Atlantis are maybe too redundant for this list.
I agree.
Inquisitors in Atlantis?
Yeah. No.
What's the world state?
Sorry, my numbers were off a little bit. The world state is a civil war.
Okay.
The plot is a Robin Hood.
Oh, that's okay. So you guys would be religious inquisitors who are maybe like on maybe you stopped being inquisitors in a way to steal from the rich and give to the poor during a civil war in Atlantis. You guys would be fighting the power.
Well, see, when I think Atlantis, though, I think like there's an underwater city compared to there's another world above that. Mm-hmm. So I feel like if we're stealing from anyone, we're gonna be stealing from the people like the land walkers and whatnot.
Where do you think the Civil War is happening? Is the Civil War happening on land? Are you exploiting the land Civil War? Or is the Civil War happening in Atlantis?
That could go either way. Who rolled the Civil War part? Maybe they can tell us that part. Whoever was that world state?
I rolled Civil War.
What do you think? Tell us more about the Civil War.
I wasn't. So say that again.
So we're thinking so you would be Inquisitors who probably
we're killing people.
You're killing people, but you're maybe you're like because Inquisitors are like religious soldiers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I imagine maybe your whatever religion is a Robin Hood-y type religion, and you are killing some fools, taking their money, giving it to the poor people, but there's also a civil war happening. So you're fighting on one side, screwing over the other. But is the civil war happening on land, or is it happening in Atlantis? Is the civil war in Atlantis, or is there like a war on the land that you're exploiting?
I would think it'd be in Atlantis.
Yeah, I would think so. Kind of think so too.
Yeah, because the city's like, fighting against one another. So
I think that one's
I'd say
okay.
Atlantis.
That one's a little interesting, but we have better plots. Well, world settings, we already have it all. Like a better one.
All right, let's try again.
Same columns.
Smugglers.
Smugglers in a wacky fantasy world, a la Discworld.
I don't know anything about that. What does that mean?
Discworld is you know how Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is to science fiction. What the Discworld series is to fantasy. So it's like it is just, I don't know, very silly wizards and dragons and stuff.
Okay.
You would actually, you might. I mean, Discworld was probably written for like teenage boys, but it's still probably enjoyable.
Still plays?
If you ever want to read a funny fantasy novel that's kind of making fun of fantasy, Discworld is that.
Cool.
So what was it, Smugglers?
Yeah.
Smugglers in fantasy, wacky fantasy.
World state.
Seclusionist.
Plot is the enemy of the state.
How does Enemy of the State go?
Never seen it?
No.
Will
Or
Smith.
maybe I have, but
Will Smith.
Yeah, Will Smith.
Oh, no, I haven't then.
Okay. Yeah, so basically, I think it's been a while, but I believe he finds out something he shouldn't know.
Mm-hmm.
And about the government. I think he finds out like a senator is sleeping with somebody else and can totally wreck it or something like that. But in any case, you know something that the government doesn't want you to know, and they're going to basically kill you.
Okay.
So it's kind of an escape thing, but like you're being like they're hacking everyone's cell phones around you, and like no matter where you go, you're being chased.
Okay. So
like maybe you want to get it to a news outlet or something like that. So definitely that goes along with the smugglers pretty easily.
So I feel like, okay, so I feel like the seclusionist part would be like you're a very, very walled off, protective, magical kingdom, and maybe everything outside is like moved on or pushed forward or like more technologically advanced or something, and you are but no, like in like a North Korea sense, no one really knows what the outside world is like.
Right.
You just hear rumors about it.
On purpose, yeah.
Yeah, so you have some sort of piece of information to, share and spread with everyone in this wacky fantasy world while the world outside of you has moved forward.
Nice. Casey, you glued that together really great. I did not have any clue how to put that together, but you did it pretty well there.
Thanks.
It actually sounds pretty interesting now.
Yeah, no, I think that would be a good one. My question mark is the wacky fantasy world, but because I don't know anything about it, but I think you would come along with that.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to, I wouldn't probably read some Discworld, but I would probably definitely, I don't know, refresh I've definitely read a couple of those books, but I was a teenage boy when I read those. There's a bunch of them.
All right, well, I like that one. Yeah, that's a good one. Who wants
is anyone writing down the ones that we're building as a group?
No, I wasn't.
I wasn't.
I would say only
mine.
write them down if they're good, but I thought that one was pretty good.
It's recorded.
That is true.
We'll want to pick one, though.
I feel like we haven't hit one that's like really exciting yet.
Yeah. Who wants characters?
I'll take it.
What did you have?
I had setting.
I'll trade you, Chuck. You want to trade?
I wanted plot, but fine. I'll do it.
Be plot, Matt. I'll be setting.
All right, perfect. Plot's the best.
Is it?
I don't know. I mean, no matter what, it's random, so.
All right, I rolled characters and I rolled students. I like students. That's a good character. That's a solid story.
Yeah.
I'm setting, correct? I rolled I'm not saying the number.
You can say the number and then say what it says though.
I rolled a 16. Underdark.
Okay.
You know what that is?
For World State, I got a 2,
Underdark,
Civil War.
Underground.
Civil War's popping up a lot.
Dark Elves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Underdark is a traditional D&D thing. It's just, I think in this it's just a world underground, but generally it's kind of nefarious.
Yeah.
Lots of monsters, lots of caves and tunnels and cities underground. Mm-hmm. And there's a civil war happening there.
And I got loyalty, so I assume that's a movie of some sort, Robbie?
Yeah, it's just about being loyal to your friends when you have like, oh, you can have a whole bunch of money, or do you want to stay loyal to your friends?
What do the characters in that movie do?
Yeah.
So they're criminals, and then like maybe the government offers them, hey, we want you walk off and be free if you turn over your friends. It's just about being loyal to your gang members.
So if you said what...
That sounds like a scene.
Yeah, I don't understand. So what like envision that us playing D&D. What is the start and what is the end? Like Jurassic Park, here's the start. You're putting an island. At the end, hopefully you escape.
Yeah,
like,
so
what does that do for loyalty? The
start would be like you're a group of friends that, are really close and your brothers, and you just have these bunch of obstacles that come in your way that are starting to split you apart. But the point is can you stay loyal to each other all the way to the ends with having all these things, good offers towards you? So instead of people dying, it's going to be about, are you still going to be loyal to your friends?
What were they again? So,
Students, Underdark, Civil War, loyalty. I feel like I like everything on that one but the plot, but maybe it's just because I have no clue what that movie is and how it works. It doesn't seem like is it an action movie? Is it a...
Yeah, it's an action movie.
It is.
It's been a while since I've seen it.
We are students.
Do we want to re-roll that just because we don't really
understand?
Because the rest is good.
Drafted to join the Civil War in the Underdark, and one of us is not loyal to the others and will betray the party.
That'll be Chuck's character.
Always
Chuck's character.
Always.
I don't know the loyalty thing. So
trust.
Hey, hit us with another plot on that one if you don't mind.
Yeah,
I just don't think that
we are students.
lends itself well.
We are students taking a test in the Underdark during a civil war.
Logans Run.
Okay.
Oh.
So Logans Run if you have not seen this 1970s science fiction movie, which is excellent.
I missed it somehow.
The plot of Logan's Run is when everyone hits a certain age, they go through a religious ceremony that lets them ascend. But the characters in the film, spoiler warning for this 40-year-old film, the characters in the movie find out they're just killing everyone to control the population because they live in a dome in like a post-apocalyptic world. So then that's like the first 15 minutes of the movie, and the rest of the movie is them running, trying to get the hell out of the town, out of the city. And they're like in all these tunnels and access places and hitting all these obstacles as they try to escape.
Well, I dig that. So what do we have again?
Students, and we're graduating, and we're moving on to the next...
if the Civil War... Actually, the thing about the Logan's Run thing is it could be you're graduating and you don't want to go off to war and immediately get slaughtered.
Yeah.
Because there's a huge, horrible, awful war, and you guys try to escape and abandon...
And this would totally happen in the Underdark. What's the last part?
Logan's Run? What?
No. Logan's Run, Underdark,
Civil War, students.
Civil War. Oh, yeah. No, I feel like that goes together super well. So we would maybe try to escape to the other side,
or just get out of the Underdark
get out
in general.
Completely, yeah. Hit the surface world, maybe. It's a good one. I feel like it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah,
and there's nothing wrong with that.
I think that's one of those plots that's like, it's like Wizard of Oz. Like you are on a path.
Yeah. Okay. Well, did we write that one down? That one was pretty good.
Yeah.
Students, Underdark, Civil War, Logan's Run.
Okay.
I wrote it down.
All right. Do we want to do another of this?
Yeah.
Sure. Plot.
I'm still characters.
Did you want to trade? I'll trade you.
No, I'm fine with characters. Okay. I like the one I rolled. I rolled accountants or bookkeepers.
Oh, nerds.
Nerds. You guys are a bunch of nerds. And what's the setting for these nerds?
Nuclear post-apocalypse.
Perfect.
Fallout.
Like Fallout. Yeah.
All right. So you guys, you're accountants and bookkeepers in a wasteland.
So like no marketable skills whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. Or like maybe you are, for someone there, like in this world.
Gotta sell them book pages for toilet paper.
Yeah. Trade them for bottle caps. What's the world state?
Magic, Akashi.
Okay. All right. So it's the magical rules them all, or magic rules everything. In this post-apocalypse, maybe the world ended and people got magical powers with the radiation and what have you. And what's the plot?
Saving Private Ryan.
Oh. How do accountants get caught up to rescue? Maybe it's a fellow accountant.
Say the whole thing one more time. I'm just trying to...
So, accountants, and then...
Post-apocalypse.
Fallout.
And it's a magicocracy is the world state.
That's what it was.
So ruled by wizards, basically.
Yeah, maybe it's a fantasy world in a magical apocalypse, too. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a nuclear thing.
So I imagine you being in maybe a bunker, and you were leaving the bunker to go save Ryan, and you want to go there and bring him back to your bunker.
So let's think about the plot of Saving Private Ryan. In the course of that movie, it's what, a squad that goes to rescue one guy?
Right.
The squad goes to look for one guy. His brothers are killed in combat, and they're just trying to find him.
To pull him out because
he's the only son left.
But he refuses to leave.
He wants to serve
until he protects this like post or something like that. So some of the main characters like die in the process.
I feel like all of this works except for the accountant's part.
That throws it off.
I'm trying to figure out how or why these accountants...
We used to be accountants.
In the movie, in the movie,
happened,
you're like, it's World War II guys that got called up, and Tom Hanks, he's like the main character. Like, everyone doesn't know what his job is, and you find out later that he's a teacher.
I was an accountant.
Yeah, we can just be accountants instead of teachers.
I feel like if I thought about this one for a long time, I could come up with a story... a ham-fist, like, you know what I mean? I could squeeze a story and a plot onto this, but I don't necessarily love it.
Fair enough.
Roll again.
Who wants plot?
I'll trade you for characters, or did you already have that?
I'll be characters if somebody wants setting.
I'll be plot.
I have world state. Who wants world state? Matt?
I'll take world state. That's fine.
What were you?
You have setting now.
All right, who's got those characters?
I am characters. We are horrors.
Nice.
Horrors?
Horrors.
Horror?
Am I saying that right?
That's a good one. Yeah, an horror.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So,
what's that?
Horrors?
What is that?
Oh, so that's from Harry Potter. An horror is a magical...
dark wizard
hunter.
Okay. I've read all those books and completely forgot about that. Okay, and the setting is?
Galactic Empire.
Nice.
I think this might be the winner. I don't even know what the world state is, but I already like
It's a good one. It's a good one. Idiocracy.
Okay.
So the world is run by idiots, but they're powerful because it's a galactic empire.
And the plot is Prison Break. So a bunch of Aurors are trying to get into some sort of future galactic prison. But like everything is automated and no one knows how it works anymore. Like it's beyond, you know what I mean? Like it's totally beyond everyone's comprehension. The science and the technology behind it is so advanced that no one really understands how to fix anything or how it works anymore besides maybe like AI or something.
Huh. So we would be trying to
I like this one.
It's pretty good.
break out of this place, basically.
Yeah, what's the prison break part?
Prison Break is the guy.
Actually, that's
the TV show. Isn't it?
Is that the plot? I guess would be you'd be in a prison.
I don't know who did Prison Break. Robbie?
I put Prison Break. Yeah.
Is it based off the TV show?
Yeah, the TV show. So
in that show, he starts in prison, doesn't he?
No,
the guy's brother is wrongfully
gets there,
accused. So this guy, he was the architect or whatever. He knows the blueprint, or he knows
how the prison.
He created the prison. So basically, what he does is he gets a blueprint of the prison tattooed on his back, and he commits a crime to go into prison and break his brother out.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe one or two of you guys would be locked in, and the third one would be.
Man, I feel like the first three were good. I'm trying to figure out
how does it. But yeah, how does horror and all that like?
I mean, that might have to relate to your background and how you got arrested. Okay. Maybe you guys in your past were some sort of dark wizardy thing.
Maybe we were dark wizard hunters, and one of us was wrongfully accused of killing.
Or two of you were.
Someone who people said was not a dark wizard hunter.
Mm-hmm.
We're going in to get our friend out of there because the way that they kill people in this this galactic empire prison run by idiots is
brutal.
In
the show Prison Break, there is an organization that when I think it was like a senator or vice president that got killed and your brother got accused of it, there is an organization that actually planned that and set your brother up to get accused for it and look guilty. And so they actually start getting involved in keeping you and your brother in prison now instead of showing that your brother can come out and be innocent.
So there's a conspiracy and stuff involved too in the plot.
And so I think those would be like the dark wizards, like meddling with us as we're trying to hunt them, and then like we can't have these guys out anymore. We're gonna put his brother in prison now.
So Aurors are dark wizard hunters,
right? And the dark wizards would be the guys.
They are good guys.
Got your brother.
So they're good guys.
They're good guys. Okay,
yeah. And the dark wizards that we're trying to hunt are the ones that got our brother locked up.
Okay. But you're doing it from the inside out. So you would start with like nothing and eventually have to have some sort... I imagine you would have to actually start the game with some sort of map or plan because otherwise you're just sitting in cells not doing much of anything.
Doesn't sound like fun.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of the fun level of this.
Yeah, maybe like just the escaping the prison, I guess, would be the goal.
Mm-hmm. All right.
What if we just replace that with number 9 that I just rolled, Terminator?
So Aurors, Galactic Empire, Idiocracy, Terminator?
Yes.
So I like that. Actually sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Terminator. So Terminator being we would be...
we're still Aurors, but...
I assume this is Terminator 1?
Yeah, I would think so.
So, like, there's just some unstoppable badass thing that we're trying to...
Some unstoppable killing machine in an intergalactic world that is just wrecking house.
Trying to kill, and we're trying to protect...
Yes.
And a child.
Yes, you guys are trying to protect this idiotic, dumb world.
Yeah, like maybe this guy's going to, in the future, save the world from being...
But he's an idiot.
But yeah, at the time, I'm sure he's... Yeah.
Or, I mean, well... If you think Terminator, it doesn't necessarily have to be from the future. It could be just some sort of awful thing someone created on accident.
Someone created a dark wizard.
Yeah, someone created some sort of dark evil thing on accident. Or it could be something from the past who's trying to take control over all this idiotic stuff. Or it could be something from the future to kill. I think the idea thing about the Terminator is it's trying to kill someone specific, and you guys have to stop it. Where it comes from, I think, is less important to the plot.
Okay, more DM discretion on that part.
Yeah, more DM discretion on the motivations, but it is one unstoppable killing machine that is wrecking havoc that you guys discover and need to stop.
I'm worried that's just going to be one skill check after another. Like, if we're not able to just straight fight it. I'm trying to think. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like that dinosaur scene we just had. Like, it would just be like 8 episodes of that. Like, I just which would be fun. Yeah, which would be fun. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's a thing where you have to beat it with your wits instead of with your ability checks and spell casting and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like, it would, like you stop that dinosaur with a giant web. Perfect. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think it's one of my favorite combos.
Mm-hmm. And there could be, I'm trying to think, like, there are definitely ways to add more action and more, whether it's security guards or, you know what I mean? Like maybe your characters that are above the law and you're also, there's some sort of second element to it, some sort of other, like, mid-level antagonist that's also either competing with you or in your way or trying to protect it that you guys could fight.
Right.
So I think our 2 top ones is that one.
Are we done? No more rolls?
We've had like
a good amount.
A bunch.
Yeah, we've had, I think, more than we did last time.
Oh,
did you want to do one more?
I did.
All right, let's do one more.
What have you guys not done yet? I have not done...
What have you rolled your best on? Let's just say that.
I don't feel any of mine have been exciting.
I haven't done...
How about roll a number?
Okay.
And then look at that line.
Okay. Yeah,
and
I like this idea.
I rolled... Actually, hold on. Yeah, let's do that. Let's pick a number and a line.
Okay.
And you can... Here's what we'll do. I'm going to turn to a new page in my notebook. I'm going to write down... Maybe pick 2 of the line that you like the most. Like, as in, if I rolled 14, I can pick 2 of those items
Okay.
from any of those lines. And then, so, I mean, if there's no one rolls a good plot, we'll just pick the one best plot.
Okay.
So I rolled a 14. I really like scientists as the characters.
It's a good one.
And I really like biblical apocalypse as world state. As someone who grew up Pentecostal, biblical apocalypse, that's right up my alley.
That's every day. Almost.
Yeah, it's tomorrow. It's always tomorrow.
It's
the
always,
biblical,
yeah.
yes.
Uh-huh.
It's always going to happen tomorrow.
What if you roll a chuck line? Can you re-roll it?
Yeah, that's a tough
Oh,
one.
yeah, that's a good point.
You get
I
all
think so. I
Chuck
think that's
stuff.
safe. That's safe. You can just pick
All
one
of
if there's
mine
any
is
good
terrible.
ones.
No, one of mine, I gave him 300. That's a good one. D&D campaign.
It's a lot of NPCs.
It is. But what I imagine,
No, I know.
I envision that as like this huge army's coming. You have to slow them down with traps and
Yeah.
All right, well, here's mine. I rolled a 1.
Okay.
Bounty Hunters, Wacky Fantasy, Utopia, and Reservoir Dogs.
All right, which two of that do you want to try to stick with? Characters and plot.
Yeah, I was like Bounty Hunters and Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah,
are
sure. Yep, those are good ones.
definitely the two that I like.
So I got a Robbie line. I am gonna go with what? I'm gonna go with a plot of Trimmers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's rad.
Yeah. And then Doomsday Weapons on Edge. I need a description on that.
Wait, is that a setting or a world state?
That's a world state.
Okay.
Question
So
mark.
like 10 minutes to midnight kind of thing?
Yeah. So like there's about to be a nuke to
Yeah.
go off. Yeah. Or something even more catastrophic.
Yeah, and you're trying to maybe stop it or...
Robbie, I hope you have a setting in one of yours because no one has picked a setting.
Actually, I do have a setting. It's a Winter Wonderland.
Okay.
That's a good one, Chuck. And then my other one, if we want to, for characters, so I rolled a 38. That was musicians, rock band, musician.
All right. So I'm seeing one lineup here that I think would be good. Scientists in a winter wonderland, 10 minutes to midnight, Trimmers is the plot. So winter wonderland, but do you mean like Santa Claus and elves and stuff, or do you mean just like frozen tundra?
Frozen Tundra. If
Okay.
you wanted to do the Santa Claus thing, you could.
So I'm
Like
thinking-
a holiday world. It would make it kind of weird, like a Candyland kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking like ice monster, underground ice, tunneling ice monsters, your scientists sent to study them.
Yeah. This frozen tundra.
Yeah, and also for some reason that probably because of the ice monsters, like they're going to destroy the entire world if they're not stopped.
Yeah, I like that.
It's good. All right. So I feel like we had one early on that I liked a lot.
Was that the
Casey
One
had.
Casey had.
False Heroes, Trash World, Collective, Walking Dead?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I think that's still my winner.
We unfortunately might have just wasted the last half hour of our lives.
We got to explore. We got to explore our creative.
Right.
You know, you have to.
That was like the second or third one we did, wasn't it?
It was my second one.
Yeah, that was
So
a good one. Run it down one more
Fifth
time.
one. So you guys are fake heroes, as in,
Right.
you
we
are
like come to a city and they're like, oh,
you show
good,
up
our
to a place
saviors.
and everyone's like, oh, you must be these guys who are coming to save us.
Probably showering us with stuff. Hey, here's my daughter.
Thank you,
Have a
thank you,
baby
thank you.
with her
Yep,
because
yep,
you're
yep.
a hero. Right.
Yep. And it is a world made pretty much of garbage, and there are maybe some collective mind garbage people that all share a consciousness that are like a zombie horde, and the plot is Walking Dead. So at some point you're going to be needed to do something besides just fight off zombies, but a big part of it will be fighting off these mindless zombies.
I mean, Walking Dead is not just zombies and survive. Well, it's like you're fighting zombies, like surviving the elements, and the people are also a threat as well. Yeah. So you could throw that in there as well.
Yeah, the people who think you're the hero, they are expecting you to overthrow some other humans.
Right.
And there's
Walking Dead,
a vast field of zombies in between you and them.
Yep.
Right. Yep.
I like that.
That's a good one.
So, DMing that, big question. Who wants to build? I mean, I will of course offer to take and build this world. Is there anyone else that says this and says like, I have a zillion ideas. I think this is awesome. I want to make this, but otherwise I'll take and run.
Chuck, you know a lot about Walking Dead. What do you feel about it?
That's the only thing I could think of, Walking Dead, plot, because that's the plot, right?
Yeah, plot of Walking Dead.
That's what I was trying to think. Because I have my comics literally downstairs with some real effed up stuff in them, and you could just oh gosh, I don't think I could do the other things though. To be honest,
the Trash World.
What do you mean? That's the
not Trash World. What were
the collective thing? Yeah, you don't know much about that though.
I mean, that's something you just make up as you make up all those rules and what have you.
So for the collective, Chuck, it's just imagine 5 people, but they have one mind.
The Borg. If you haven't seen the Borg,
I haven't.
You're doing yourself a disservice.
Yeah, this is some good TNG episodes.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
The
Locutus.
I don't have anything in my head. Do you have something in your mind going off right now, or?
I mean, I see the world, and I think that the setup is kind of comedic, but then the follow through is kind of brutal and slow. But I'm not. I mean, I can definitely come up with something. Absolutely. That's what you do.
Is this D&D world as in there's gnomes and dwarves and stuff, or is this just current world we're all human but with different stats?
I think probably, let's see, Trash World is the setting. I think that's up to us to decide. I think it's fine to do different races if we want to, or I think it's fine to all just be humans and you can pick a race, whatever race you want to play as. That just is your stats.
I don't know. I guess I just don't feel very passionate about it. So I would.
Yeah, no, I think it's cool as hell.
I don't want to say I could think of some stuff, but not have much passion towards it and get behind it. So
I'd say go with Casey then. I got a baby on the way. I can make a character. That's about it.
All right. So you guys being false heroes, I don't think you guys should be a high level starting this.
Level 1.
But I think maybe when your characters show up, they should look like...
They've been around town?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they've been around town, but they're definitely... I feel like the people they were waiting for were level 20, but you guys are somewhere not there.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to make you guys level 1. But also, I think that's kind of some comedy there with the fake hero thing, making you guys kind of crappy. And also, zombies aren't actually that strong stat-wise. Probably like skeletons or, you know what I mean?
You can bump that up. That's not a big deal, but yeah. And they're a collective, so they might have... They should have some pretty good attack strategies, I would think.
My gut is to go with level 3 again, because that's actually where D&D opens up, but we just did that for our first campaign.
You could do 5 pretty easily.
5? Yeah, 5 sounds safe.
Yeah.
5 sounds safe.
Nobody's doing anything crazy at level 5.
I would say 5 sounds safe when you come up with your character, this being a trash world and having like a lot of technology and stuff. Whenever you create your character, you have to justify... You need to justify like where their magic is coming from in some way, whether it's like biological implants or, you know what I mean? Like some sort of technology thing that lets you do the things your character would do.
So we're thinking a little futuristic-y then.
I think so. Well, WALL-E is this, WALL-E totally Trash World is the setting.
Yeah, that could totally be why there's a collective mind. Like maybe cybernetic implants got super popular and then somebody like hacked all of it.
Yeah, there we go. That's a good idea.
Boom.
Yeah, someone took over a bunch of them and they think you guys are going to be the saviors who have been told about for generations that come and break the mind and free the people.
Okay. So have a
work on a level 5 character, whatever class and race you want.
And do you want to do races? Like did
I think race will just be under the skin, but I think everyone should be human.
Okay.
Thanks everyone for watching us limp through our creative process.
It was a rough one.
Yeah, our first one was like I felt way better. Maybe it's because of the tighter list.
I think we need to tighten up the list on a few.
Yeah, clean up some of the
because one bad one makes it.
We need to work more on the list, and I think it was a good experience for our listeners too. If they want to suggest anything of what, like, how can we apply this? That's what I think.
Yes.
Like I was like, oh, this is something that's not finally a chase scene in a movie, and so like I'm gonna put this on there, but it really didn't work.
Yeah, there was some. You have to really think like, how will this be a game? How will this apply to D&D rules? There's a lot of I don't know, a lot of barriers and a lot of, creative hurdles to jump through. Thanks for sinking your teeth into Crit Sandwich. We are Crit Sandwich Podcast on Facebook. We are at Crit Sandwich on Twitter. If you like our podcast, please give us a review on iTunes or whatever other website you find your podcast on to help other people find us. If you have any feedback or would like to contribute to our random game world chart, maybe the next time we do an episode 0, we will read what you sent us, and hopefully we keep track of who you are so we can say, hey, so-and-so sent us this. Thanks, so-and-so. Hit us up on social media or email to send that to us at critsandwichpodcast@gmail.com.